What's up, yo? This is K Solo, and this is Rikers Island Stories, aka the K Solo Show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is the #1 YouTube ghetto gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man. Motherfucking YouTube.
Yo, my mouth is garbage. I just keep cursing and cursing. I gotta stop that.
I love all these. You already know. This is the one and only K Solo. What's going on, people? Listen, I'm gonna go live. Hopefully you guys out there will come in and see what's up with Big Solo. I gotta talk to you, Papi. I'm gonna give you guys a story. So holla at your boy K Solo. Everybody out there, get ready for K Solo. You feeling me? Coming in stronger and better and wiser. Alright? Okay. We here. Salute. Give me 1 second. 1 segundo. Salute. What's up, peoples? What's up, man? This is your boy K Solo. What's the deal? What's up? Yeah, haven't been here like 2 days, 2, 3 days, something like that. That's cool. Needed that. Sometimes you got to get away from this, man. Definitely. Just like I said last time, you got to get away from this sometimes. You know, you can't dedicate your shit too much into the internet. You know, it's just like crazy. Anyway, talking about crazy. I saw this shit on, there was a little documentary shit. And it was about, the American Mafia and stuff like that. And how the American Mafia, and this is something that, the document was going on. And plus there was this other kid that he was probably a young reporter and stuff like that. And he was saying that the Italian Mafia does no longer have the power that they had at one time. And I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But he also was trying to say that they're not out there like they used to be. I mean, like, he's trying to say, like they gone from New York, they gone from Florida, they gone from California. And I say, nah, I say they ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it used to be. No question about that. There's more competition. A lot more competition with a lot other races out there. Because once again, you have like, I mean, we hear this shit all the time. You could hear that the Russian mob. These other kind of mafia dudes, the Chinese mob, Japanese mob, and they all want that piece of cake. No question about that. Then you got, then you got the what you consider the Black mob, Puerto Rican mob, Dominican mob. It's all a mob. But what makes you a mob is how successful your mob, your family, whatever you want to call it, how successful you keep it. as a leader, as a soldier, as a captain, colonel, general, whatever you in that position, it's all about how you keep it, who's running it, and stuff like that. And yes, there've been a few of the mafia, Black American Mafia, that has fucked up everything. I gotta say, Al Capone was big time, but he loved it, that media. He loved it, the what you consider the spotlight and all that stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure you guys know John Gotti. What's the other guy know? Crazy Joe. I like the Crazy Joe. If anybody's not familiar with Crazy Joe, I think his name was Joe Moglen, something like that. If you're not familiar with this dude really had to be crazy. I mean, you had to be crazy to kidnap your bosses. So I'm talking about this man kidnapped like the Godfather, the underlord. I mean, I forgot how you call it, but it's the second man in charge. I gotta have the name too. The Kesletti, something like that. He's like the advisor to the family. He also kidnapped a few captains. You know what I'm saying? A few captains that had their own little crew, and those were made men. This dude was crazy. Plus, another thing that a lot of people don't know about Joe is that Joe used to read a lot. He used to read a lot of books. I mean, how you call that book? That famous book, Machiavelli. He read that. I mean, the man read a lot. And what a lot of Italians did not like about Joe Moglen was that Joe, when Joe was in prison, Joe used to hang out with blacks and Puerto Ricans. He used to mingle with Italians. But when he used to eat and really chill, was with blacks and Puerto Ricans. And it was well known when he came home that he became a boss. He had black dudes and Spanish dudes down with him. No question about that. So salute to Joe Moglen, man. For real, salute to that brother, man. Salute to that man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever the bad things he did, let's keep it official. First of all, let me say that I'm not here praising the mafia. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that the mafia, let's keep it official. The mafia is a part of the United States history. They even have news in Las Vegas. You go to Las Vegas, they got a museum dedicated to the mafia. Seriously, I'm not sure, but I think they even got the car that Bonnie and Clyde, when the car that Bonnie and Clyde got murdered in by the police. I really believe 50-50 that they have it in the museum, that car. They have also I would love to go there. I would like to see a museum. They also have this dude's shirt. What was his name again? I think Dillinger. They got his blue shirt. You know what I'm saying? Back in that time, you already know people used to dress up with the tie, hats, and all that. But they have his blue shirt with his tie, and they got it, saying with the holes, the bullet holes, and the blood. They have that. I'm pretty sure they have over there in Las Vegas Museum. So, I mean, if anybody's ever go to Las Vegas, man, check that museum out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's official. I mean, I would love to go there and check that out. Instead of going and gambling. I mean, Las Vegas for gambling, but there's other things out there that you can do if you're not a gambler. You know what I'm saying? Like me. I might bet here and there. But anyway, like I was saying, I got to keep it real as a person that follows the mob. Son, I don't think there's a movie out there that I haven't seen. I swear, I don't think there's a movie out there that I haven't seen that is based on the mafia and I haven't seen it. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, come on, Solo. We don't need this, Solo. Jesus Christ. Okay, we don't need this kid. Let's go back over here. 1 second, people. 1 second. I don't know if I'm out or what. Okay, Solo, we go back in here. Let's go back in here. Come on, let's go back in here, back in here. Come on, continue. Sign into StreamYard. No, we're not going to sign into no StreamYard because we're already in StreamYard. I don't believe I lost this. Oh, man, I don't believe how I fucking lost this, man. You know something, this is fucking everything up. All right, people. All right, my bad, yo. I had to check something out here. I had to unplug something. My bad for that. Once again, my bad. All right, let me get this out of here. I didn't take care of this, and I had this shit on time. Damn, my bad, people. All right, let's get this out of here. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, the place that I would like to go, I would love to go to that museum, definitely. I mean, that's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to go check something out, my suggestion, don't turn off. Okay. All right, we good here. Yeah, my suggestion is go check that out, man. And once again, if you're not a gambler, like I'm not a gambler. I don't play with my cheddar, man. I love my money too much. You know what I'm saying? I love my money too much, man, to be losing my shit. I mean, seriously. You know, even though I'm one of the dudes that got, I could say I got good luck for gambling. And that's the trap. That's the trap. If you got, because you got luck, you gotta have luck. And you gotta have also skills. No question about that. You gotta have skills, because it's not always luck. You gotta have skills. You gotta know how to read a person, how to know when somebody's bluffing, how to know when they're not bluffing. I mean, believe me, professional gamblers know. They know when you bluffing, they know when you're not bluffing, and they themselves sometimes gets caught. That's why I don't like to gamble, because I don't like to lose, man. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I has done it. I has won many times, a little 50 there, a little $100 there, in the football games, Super Bowls, shit like that. But once again, that's something that the mafia been making money for thousands of years, was gambling. I mean, like I said, from back then to now, the mob had everything under control, man. I mean, bro, you know how it is, man, that's the government of a country, the biggest, most powerful country at that time was also United States, you know what I'm saying, straight up like that. And they did not believe that they had a so-called mafia. And you know something, I disagree with that. I really do. I really disagree with that. I just believe that a lot of these people who was in charge back then, and you got to remember this, all right? The FBI at that time was young. So they couldn't get at. The mafia was already built. The mafia was already there and then some. You understand what I'm saying? When they started giving the okay to the FBI and shit like that, the mafia was already built, man. You already had the Al Capones and the Lucky Lucianos and what's his name, John Nitty, the enforcer. I mean, you know, say you already had these people. So, you know, like I said, I think that a lot of people that had power at that time was scared of the mob. Then they didn't want it. They didn't want to hustle. They didn't want to fuck with the mob, B. I mean, yo, think about this, man. This is not no boat. All right, the mob had governors. They had police under the pockets. They had, man, so much power. They had boxing, and I ain't talking about no doo-doo boxers, bro. I'm talking about they had professionals. The heavyweight champion. Who was one of the dudes that they had? Sonny Liston. Rumors of Rocky Marciano. I mean, I don't want to say because he was Italian, but the rumors was there. You know what I'm saying? Other black boxers that was down, and not down, but was rocking with the mob, and they were taking bats. Because you ain't gonna tell me that the boxing match, the one with Muhammad, the second one with Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston, you ain't gonna tell me that was not a drop. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, Muhammad Ali didn't even touch that man, son. That was the shadow people that knocked Sonny Liston out that day. That was the shadow people. You feel me? He got knocked out by a shadow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The mob had that shit down pat. And a lot of people want to say that the mob downfall, and you already know, guys, where I'm going with this. They want to blame that on Gotti, and in one way, you cannot. In one way you can, in one way you cannot, because in one way you got to remember this. I'm pretty sure John Gotti did not want it. No smoke. What's up, Jay? What's up, baby? I know, my bad if I haven't said hello to anybody, man. I just put up the comments up and stuff like that, so you already know, man. So once again, I know that, saying, the people who was in charge in that time with the CIA and the mob and all that stuff, and, like I said, man, the mob goes back. And believe me, bro, did the government used to fuck with the mob? I say, yeah. There's a lot of that shit. Look at some shit back in the days, man. Some news back in the days, and you see all that, man. You see all that. The biggest drama, let's keep it official, that is still talked about is the president's murder, man, John F. Kennedy. Did the mob had to do with that? Did the government teamed up with the mob? That's, you could go on and on and on and on and on about that. You know what I'm saying? I know the last thing I remember that Donald Trump now, I believe it's now, at this time in office now, he requests for the paperwork to pull out. He wants the paperwork to hit. He wants to see the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the documents that they had and shit that they so-called, lost. It was big. It was big. The John Kennedy thing was, a lot of people lost their life, man. And once again, I don't want to say it had to do with John F. Kennedy, but people, come on, man, think about it, man. The people who was sent to court, look, man, I could go on and on with the John F. Kennedy because there's so much things to talk about that man. There's so much things who was down with this and down with that. How can you explain when the so-called police went over there and started ranging everybody up? They had all these so-called people living in trains that was homeless, but they shoes was proper, they pants was proper, fingernails, everything was clean. dirty. They didn't have none of these dudes had dirty clothes. I mean, bro, just think about it, man. None of these dudes had dirty clothes. People saying that bullets was coming from over there. People saying the bullets was coming from over there, over here, this, that. You catch it. The person who caught it, that gotta be, for me, that gotta be the most incredible from the technology of video camera, TV, video camera, and all that. The John F. Kennedy video of him getting shot, because there's twice you see him get shot in that video. I don't want to hear it. At least you see two times that man gets hit, and you can tell by his body language. When the first shot rang, bro, you see that the man picked up his head. Like he knows something was going down. Like, blah, like, wait a minute, that don't sound familiar. You know, that sounds very familiar. Next thing you know, you see the one that he's holding his his throat. You hit it, blah, you hit that again, and he's like this. His wife, she rests in peace. She looking like, okay, wait a minute, something's going down. And I don't want to hear it. When you get hit like that in your neck, blood splatters. So I'm pretty sure that's what caught her attention. Because if you look at the video, she's facing over here at the crowd. Kennedy is like up on where? He's like he heard that first shot. He's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Then the second one, that's when she heard it, that she turned like what the hell? And she looks, and if you look at the video, she starts looking at her shit first, at her shoulder. Like, I believe when she turns around like this, she saw blood in her shoulder. Then when she looks at her husband, the president, he's holding his throat. Next thing you know, the back shot. Boom! When you see the president jerking like up and down and shit like that, and you see the piece of his head falling off, hitting the back of the, son, that was just one man. It was not. They trying to say that one bullet hit the president, hit the governor, came back around, hit the president, then hit ricocheting, hit the governor in the hand, and came back. By ricocheting by the governor's hand in the bone, the bullet went back to the president and hit him in the neck. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. What's up, player? What's up, baby? That shit is local, man. So, you know, for years, bro, let me see. That was 62. I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born when the president got murdered. I wasn't even born. But, you know, just like a lot of people out there, man, I love history and damn. You know, that was just not one man, bro. It was not. And plus, this dude was not a marksman. They said in his, you know, what's this guy's name again? Oh my God, how can I forget this man's name? And I'm over here, Booth. It's not Booth. Booth is the one that shot Clinton. I'm Clinton. God, I can't get his name. If anybody could, yeah. So anyway, so you know. It's just crazy, man. And that tells you that these dudes have power. Bro, I remember when I used to work construction. I started working construction in 88. 88. I started working construction. I came out from doing the bid. It was 89. I came out from doing the bid. And you already know you're on parole, you know what I'm saying? You don't want no games, you know what I'm saying? Plus you came home from doing, I think, what was something I did? I think it was 3 years, something like that. Anyway, it was like a 3 or 6 or 3.5 to 7, something like that. Anyway, just come home, you know what I'm saying? You know, you want to stay out. So I remember that my step pops, he got me a job working construction. And working in construction, man, at that time in 80, 89, 90, 91, 92, because I worked all the way to 92, the beginning of 93, that's when the contract was over with the exit house. And 3 floors of the Trump Plaza. So I was there for like 5 years working, doing construction. From 89 all the way to like 93. So one of the big things that I remember working construction was that, you see, the construction where I was at, it was run by a Puerto Rican dude. His brother was my step-pop's brother-in-law. Now, my step-pop's brother, that he went by the name of Carlos, he was the main dude. He was the main dude. You know what I'm saying? He was the main dude. He was getting paid. I got to keep it official. He was getting paid what construction workers that was in the union was getting paid at that time. And at that time in 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, it was 22, 23, all the way to $25 an hour. Overtime was $45 an hour. So he was getting paid that. You see, what they was giving us was $15 an hour. You see, because they had, you had the Polish. Yeah, you had a crew of like about 100 and something Polish. And then you had another crew of about 200 and something Puerto Ricans who was mixed. You had a few Mexicans, a few Dominicans, Latino and Polish. But they was rocking us. And the people that was rocking us, it was this construction named Big Apple. No question. No question about that. So what hooked me up was that I met this dude named Paulie. There was a white dude named Paulie. Paulie was in the union. You see, because at that time, at that kind of people, when you work with people like that, you got to have 2 or 3 people from the union. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have a union people there. You got to have 2 or 3 union dudes in there. And you also at that time had to have 2 or 3 of, God, I forgot their names, man. I forgot these guys' names. They used to come in trucks and bands and all that. Sometimes shit you get busy. I mean, I could tell you 2 or 3 stories about that shit, about fighting right in front of the building construction belt. No bullshit. So, I mean, when I was working, it happened 3 times. You know what I'm saying? One of the time, the first 2 times was nothing. My last experience of that, it was kind of big, bro. It was kind of big. A couple of people got hit with fucking crowbars. It was, yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I started leaking, bro. Somebody hit me. I don't know what it was, but somebody hit me. My back of my head was leaked out, son. So I remember that shit. That shit was what year that shit happened? In 90, 91. The coalition. That's the name they were. The coalitions. They came. You know what I'm saying? So, once they come, you know what I'm saying, they want you to start the job because you got to hire 2 or 3 of them. So it's all politics, man. So anyway, when I saw that the Puerto Ricans and the Polish was getting paid $15 an hour, and I'm seeing my father's brother-in-law getting paid $23, $25 an hour, and I'm seeing his brother getting paid that shit. They not in the union. So I got, me and the white dude, Paulie, got tight. So Paulie told me, he said, yo, why don't you just take fucking $300? I'll take it to my union rep, and I'll get you hooked up. Now, the thing was that if you would do something like that, this nigga Carlos will fire you. No bullshit. So that's why a lot of Puerto Ricans, they wanted to get in the union, but they did it because Carlos will fire you. And you can't get no more work with them because they felt like, okay, you fire me, I can't get no more job because this is my connection. Fuck no, B. All you have to do is get a union book, man. So that's what Paulie was telling me. So next thing you know, B, I say, all right, Paulie, no question. And at that time, it was $300. So I remember like it was yesterday, son, when I went in there, that at 2:30, Paulie used to break out. That's union. I'm pretty sure it still is like that. So at 2:30, I packed my shit up. So I'm walking down the stairs. This nigga Carlos telling me, yo, where I'm going. And this nigga Carlos was sniffing like 3 bundles a fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Some nigga was a straight up dog fiend. You know what I'm saying? I used to not even fuck with drugs at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga was straight up, I mean, seriously, that's how much money he was making in construction. Because that dude was rocking these dudes, big. He was rocking them. So anyway, so I remember that nigga telling me, yo, where you going? So I'm going home, man. He was like, you don't go home. You go home when everybody else go home at 4 o'clock. I said, nah, not me, Carlos, man. I'm in the union now. That nigga told me, yo, you fired. You can't come to work. Bro, the next day, me, Paulie, and 2 of his, I think that was his union rep, son. I know there was 2 white boys. Humongous motherfuckers, man. Humongo. And I remember they were waiting for me right in front of the building. This is the exit house, man. This is in 1990. And I go in, I'm like, yo, I'm getting my job. Nah, man, me and this nigga gonna fight. Me and this man's gonna fight, but you ain't gonna find me, son. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find me. So, and I had the power. If I wanted, I could have stopped the whole construction work, man. I could have caused those people that own the Big Apple. If anybody knows about construction, I could have cost them thousands of dollars that day if I would have stopped them from working. And I had the power to do that because I was in the fucking union. So when I got there, and I didn't expect Paulie to hold my back like that, but he was there with 2 union reps, bro. And they were like, what's the problem? I was like, well, the problem was that yesterday I'm getting ready to go home at 2:30 with my fellow worker here. You know what I'm saying? I put that Paulie with my fellow worker here. You know, the man who taught me how to get in the union and blah, blah, blah. And, this man telling me that I'm going to be fired because I left at 2:30. Son, they just went in the room, bro. Whatever room he was in, the little so-called office. I used to call that shit the shooting gallery. I don't know if he used to shoot up, but I used to call it the shooting gallery. Everybody that used to snip those used to go into that fucking office. You know what I'm saying? Even my God rest his soul, man, my brother Peter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, guys, this is like early 90s. I didn't get shot. So, that's how, like I said, I told you guys how I got hooked when I got shot in 93. So you already know. So I used to not fuck with it. So that's why I used to call that the fucking office the shooting gallery and shit. Like I said, I don't know who used to shoot up or not. I don't think nobody used to shoot up, but whatever. Anyway, they just went in there, B. The 2 dudes. No more than 2 minutes. They come back out. I'm expecting they're gonna tell me, all right, listen, man, don't go to work today. But to, come back in a couple days. Nah, son, they came and said, yo, man, go ahead, man. Go inside, man. Do what you do. Go back with Paulie. Do what you're doing with Paulie. I swear to God, son. Yo, while these dudes was getting paid $15 an hour, I'm getting paid 24 something an hour. All right? And when they just stick these dudes, because sometimes they just stick these dudes on some serious overtime at nighttime. This is no lie, man. God is my witness, man. They just stick these dudes sometimes like, yo, you can't go nowhere. You got to go such and such place, and you got to stay there extra 5 hours. Now, listen to this, man. You busting your gun from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then from 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you got to go somewhere else and blow up another 5 hours, and then from there you go home. Do what you gotta do, fall asleep and come back again. Leave your house at 4:30 in the morning. So, let me tell you, I did that for like about a week and a half every day. That's going to my mother's grave. You understand what I'm saying? But I was in the union when that happened, and I just see these dudes be like busting their head like, damn, man, yo, that ain't right, man. And I just tell them, man, like, yo, listen, man, do what I did. Do what I did. But they were scared. They were scared. They didn't want to go in the union. I mean, they were scared they might lose that little piece of bread, and I understood that. I understood that, and I didn't understand it. You understand what I'm saying? So when I used to get for that 1 week and a half, that I also hooked up my man Magic. That I said I spoke to my steppops ex-brother, and I said, yo, hook up my boy Magic. He wants some work. So what they did was they made 2 crews, because they started seeing that the day crew was falling off because they was getting blown up. So what they did was they made a night crew. They made a day crew, and they still with the day crew, and then they made like a new night crew and shit like that. You know, so like that they could have fresh bodies and stuff like that. So that's how I hooked up my man Magic. But I remember for that week and a half, every day that I was going to work, every day, blow up from 9 to 4, from 4, like 9 o'clock, and go home and shit. I used to get home like about, I used to get home like about 10, no bullshit. I used to get home like about 11 o'clock, some shit like that. Eat, take a shower, and just fall out, pill. Seriously, pill. I used to be in a comatose. I didn't know what was going on after that, B. I just know at 4 o'clock, my fucking phone, I mean, not the phone, man. They ain't had no phones at that time. The alarm, I swear to God, B. I did that shit for a week and a half, man. And let me tell you, the day of the checks, when I opened my check, it was like, man, it was like almost $3,000 in there, bro. Well, I looked at my brother's check, may he rest in peace. The dude only had $700. And don't get it twisted, $700 was fucking good in the 1990s. It was good, but it was not good. You feel me? It was good, but it was not good. So when I showed Peter my check, right there, bro, Peter didn't last 3 more days, bro. Peter quit. And 3 days later, he quit. I ain't gonna front. He quit. He quit. Magic quit. Like about 15 people quit, man. About 15 people quit because my check was outrageous, and their check was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They saw, man, that it was okay, man. It was okay, but for what they did to us for a week and a half. What they did to us for a week and a half, bro, they had dudes that, like I said, you had a dude, my brother, my father's brother-in-law, who was always thirsty for money. Then you had his brother, who was a straight out, had a 3-bundle-a-day habit, who used to rock the status that he was in. But you know what they used, yo, son, this is no snitching, because mad people knew about this shit. They used to come, right? And they say they used to give like 10 dudes layoff. Okay, the job is running slow, so we gotta lay off 10 dudes. Out of 10 dudes that they lay off, they really, all they had to do was lay off 5 or 6. So what they used to do was lay off 4 or 5 guys more. Like that, those checks that those dudes was getting, they would keep getting it at their job. Because remember, they was running shit, so what they used to do was, used to go and sign their names. While homeboy had his house and shit, chilling, don't have no idea that he's still working, he's still on the clock. Because these dudes used to come and mark their name. Then when that day used to come for the checks, everybody used to get their checks. Those dudes that got laid off 2 weeks ago, they still getting checks. But who was getting it? My man. And then what happened was, bro, because this is not a secret, everybody know about this shit. What happens that he had a connect in the cashier. And they got so greedy that the person who they had in the cashier got knocked. Because they was just cashing mad checks, big. I mean, people was getting the income tax like, wait a minute. Whoa, I got laid off in fucking June. They saying I'm working over here. This is fucking December something. I was getting checks. Like what? I'm serious. Some dudes lost money in their taxes because they didn't put out their shit right. So they got in trouble. Some of these dudes, what my stepfather brother-in-law did, he fucked a lot of dudes, man. A lot of dudes got in trouble. Because once they got laid off in the construction shit, what they did, they go and got another job, another legal job. But when the time came for them to get their taxes, they didn't know that they was getting a certain amount of checks over there. And their taxes was getting, because let me tell you, they used to rock you, bro. When you get a certain amount of money in construction, bro, the taxes that you pay, they rocking you. They rocking you. You taking care of 2 families. I'm not gonna lie. You taking care of 2 families that's on welfare. Seriously. The money that they taking out your check is like 2 family that get that in 2 months. I'm serious, bro. That's how much money they take from you. And I mean, it was crazy. Sometimes it was not even worth working construction. I mean, it was not even worth working overtime. Because I mean, if you will rock overtime, like sometimes I used to do it like, yo, put me for 2 hours more. Or yo, they don't got nothing else. Or I just call Paulie, because Paulie was my hooker. I like, yo, Paulie, they don't need anybody anywhere else around here. What about Sunday? So Paulie used to hook me up. Because remember, Paulie was Italian. You know what I'm saying? He was down with all those people, all that mob shit. Paulie was, you know what I'm saying? He was well connected, man. So he hooked me up. But what I got tired of working construction was that I used to see, and let's keep it official. Let's keep it official. You know what I'm saying? It's a Italian-owned business. You know what I'm saying? Construction. Let's keep it official at that time. And what they used to do was that they was really quick to lay off a black and Puerto Rican, then lay off an Italian. Let's keep it official, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, damn, I'm laid off for 3 months. They give me a little work here. I'm working like for about a month or 2, and then they lay me off. And then I still got to pay the union dues, bro. You feeling me? So I'm like, yo, I mean, I'm like, nah, man. I couldn't see that. I couldn't see, because like I said, man, at that time, man, if you know, if you was Italian, you was doing your thing. You could have got mad juice, bro. I remember one time, son. This is no bullshit. One time, there was this place that they send us. As a matter of fact, the place that I told you guys that they send me, that I was working for about a week and a half. I mean, like for about a week and a half straight, rocking hours. One day, we go upstairs, right? So my stepfather's brother-in-law, like I told you, that nigga was greedy for money, greedy. That dude one day, he goes upstairs, so we was demo. You feel me? We was doing the nasty jobs. So one day we had to do some work upstairs, all the way to the top floor. I forgot the name of this building. It was one of the big buildings in Manhattan. Just like the XF building, just like Trump Plaza, Trump Tower, all that shit. Anyway, I go there. It's me and like about 9 other guys, because you know they got a crew together. All right, you guys gonna work over here. This is your overtime. I'm supposed to work 3 hours overtime. So I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I want those 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I go, you know, once we get the lights connected and all that shit, bro, all I see is these big ass drums, right? Drums that with tires that, you know, where the debris goes into, where people shovel all the cement, debris, and all that shit. They put in those drums, and those drums are like fucking, you know, like 6 feet tall and wide and all that shit. You feel me? So, yo, listen, they had a whole floor with these containers. And if anybody know a building from Manhattan, it's not like a building from the Bronx. The buildings in Manhattan, especially these office buildings, these shits be like a whole block. You understand what I'm saying, bro? You got like 2 or 3 entrances in these big fucking buildings, bro. The exit house only, you had like 9 entrances in the exit house only, bro. If anybody don't know what is the exit house, bro, look it up. One of the biggest buildings in Manhattan, the exit house, right across the street from Central Park. I used to love working there. God, I used to love it. Anyway, let me tell you, when another place that I went, that's it, top floor. When we turn on the lights, the whole humongo floor, big ass drums, and they all these drums. But let me tell you, man, this is no lie. This is a whole floor, a whole top floor. They had at least 200 drums, bro. Full of copper. Bro, I know they had a couple of thousand, easy. And I remember, this nigga's crazy. This shit, real quick story. This is a quick story, guys. So when we get there, the 9 dudes that are with me, 2 or 3 of them, you already know, they dope fiends. They fuck with that deal. So they start like, yo, bro, we could take like 2 or 3 of these drums, bro, and we got a couple of hundreds. So I'm listening to this show because I don't know nothing about copper. Being honest, I don't know. I just know that people go to bandit buildings in the Bronx, they take copper and they just make a couple dollars out of that shit, whatever. So I'm like telling my man, like, yo, that's money in that shit. Like, yeah, Solo. This shit right here, Solo, is thousands of dollars, B. It's a whole fucking floor. So one of the dudes make a mistake and they call fucking Dondi. That was his name. That was my brother-in-law. That was my stepfather's brother-in-law's name, Dondi. Dondi. Oh yeah, Dondi. So anyway, so that nigga Dondi comes upstairs. First thing he sees when he see all that copper, bro, you can see his eyes. They turn into motherfucking dollar signs. Ding, 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 ding. It looked how you call like a slot machine, the one-arm slot machine. When you go bing, you hit that shit. It's like that's how his eyes looked at, bro. The man looked like he was gonna faint. He knew there was thousands of dollars in that shit. He knew it. So what he does, he goes, and this is like about, we used to go to that site. That was the second site. That was the place that I told you guys that we used to work for an hour and a half. And look what almost happened to this nigga for being greedy. So what he does is he calls back the exit house and tells people that, yo, listen, whoever's over there, send them over here. So now there's like 20 dudes from the exit house coming to the new spot. The spot where we worked overtime, B, for like a week and a half, busting. I mean, talking about from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the exit building, then from 4 o'clock all the way to 9 o'clock in the other construction site. For a week and a half doing this, bro. But this is like the first days. So now, Donnie calls like 20 dudes. 20 dudes goes to stay upstairs and Donnie tells them, yo, listen, I'm calling the truck over here. I'm calling, he called, how you call that shit, one of those moving trucks, the yellow big ass trucks. He rented 3 of them. He rented 3 trucks. How greedy this dude is. He didn't rent 1 truck, 2 trucks. He rented 3. He wanted to make sure that he would gut out that whole floor. He wanted to take all that copper, and he was going to use the 20 dudes and give them overtime, but that was their job. That's what they had to do. Just move the copper downstairs and put it in the trucks. So long story short, what this dude was trying to do was he was trying to rob the fucking mob. You know what I'm saying? Idiot. So what happens is that there's 2 or 3 Italian dudes still working the lower floors. So now Italian dudes are seeing Puerto Ricans and Polish guys bringing down those big ass dumpsters. You know what I'm saying? With you know, they was on wheels and everything. But son, dumpsters was humongous, being they were packed to the T. So now you got elevators coming down with dumpsters. You got dudes that are working still in certain floors busting that overtime. Busting that overtime like the same thing we were doing. Bro, let me tell you. I'm working, doing my thing. The 9 dudes that came to me to work in that floor, I didn't want no part of that. So what I told them, I said, yo, why don't you move us downstairs, man? We had to do that remember that job that we had to do a week ago, blah, blah. We didn't finish it. So we are not going to be here and moving everything or moving shit around because you want to take you want to take all this compass. That's going to mess up. No, that's going to mess us up, man. You know, it's going to get in the way with us. So he was like, yo, man, you right? All right, go ahead, take the guys over there. So it's like 2 floors down. Next thing you know, like about 30 minutes while we working in that floor. Like 10 white dudes come in, 10 Italians, bro. That was workers there. These dudes was almost at their house while they get the phone call. Yo, these Puerto Rican, the Polish, yo, they taking all the copper. All you guys coppers, they taking it. They got fucking Yoo-hoo trucks out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, son, So they got the floor messed up. So they go and they see us because they know we, Puerto Ricans, and they come in there, B, and this is no bullshit. Out of those 10 dudes, 2 of them was holding. No question about that. 2 of them was holding. And then the thing is that out of those 10 dudes, 2 of them was not dressed up with construction clothes. They was dressed up with regular, pants, dressing shoes, dressing pants. Like you see that they had a suit pants, suit shoes, but the only thing they didn't have was a tie and a vest. But they had the collar shirt and everything. So those 2 probably was the heavy dealers. You know what I'm saying? Those were probably the captons. Those probably was the, you know what I'm saying? The boys. Those probably was, you know what I'm saying? And the other 8 dudes were probably soldiers. But when they came and were like, yo, what's us? I like, listen, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Everybody that works here doesn't work in the same floor. So he looked at me, he looked at the rest, he looked at Little Louie. I mean, Little Louie, that was my boy there that was working there. He looked at Magic and stuff like that. All right, boom, they turned around. They went upstairs. What I heard, that these dudes went and caught up with Dundee, and they told Dundee, bro, you got about an hour to put our shit back. An hour. They said, we're going to give you an hour to put our shit back. And I think in 25 minutes, they was done. In 25 minutes, they empty out the truck and they put the shit right back upstairs where they was at. They didn't want that smoke. Yo, listen to me. My stepfather's brother-in-law, they didn't want that smoke. 25 minutes, bro. That's all it took. And the shit was back upstairs, B. They almost had the 3 trucks full already. I believe they had 2 full and they was about to fill up the third one. Or they had it full and they was about to break out. Some shit like that. But they caught up with Dundee downstairs, B, while Dundee was going into the truck. That's how they got him. Like, yo, come over here. We hear that you're the leader of this right here. And like I said, get that man an hour. That man, less than an hour, he was done. He took everything back upstairs. That's no bullshit. That's worth everything I love. Worth everything I love, y'all. So anyway, man, listen, man, let me get out of here, man, because like I said, I just came in here, man, to let you guys know, let you guys know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Is it true? What's going on? My bad that I didn't put up the link out there. Hey, what can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those days. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. You already know, man. This is your boy Kid. Let me shut this shit down. Let me shut this shit off, man. Hold up. Let me turn this shit off. She got me dizzy. Shit off. All right, now the shit is off. She got me dizzy. But anyway, man, once again, guys, man, I love you guys, man. You already know. Well, what up, baby? Till, what's up, my brother? It's been a long time, baby. It's been a long time, my brother. I thought you forgot about the K Solo show, baby. I forgot you thought about it. I really forgot, man. I mean, I really thought you forgot about us, my brother. Seriously, man. But it's a pleasure to see you, my brother. Everybody out there, man, it's a pleasure to see you guys, man. Once again, Big J99. My bad, you already know, man. When I tell the story, man, I like to tell the story, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to be there. But I don't know if you told me to drop the link, man. If you did, my bad, my brother. My bad. Next time. Yo, what's the deal? TXTV, what's the deal, baby? Yes, sir. That's my brother right there from another mother. You heard? That's my brother from another mother, you heard? All right? Hold on. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. 1 minute. What's up, man, okay? Oh. My bad, y'all. My bad. I had to make sure tell wifey do what she had to do for me. You know what I'm saying? She was supposed to warm something up for me because your boys, yeah, I'm a little hungry right now. But anyway, man, once again, man, shout out to Willington Cousin, man. It's good to see you, my brother. Always good to see you, Willington. I mean, I'm dead serious. I really forgot, man, that, I really thought you forgot about the K Solo show, man. You already know, man, you part of this family here, man. You will always be part of the family. You one of my oldest subscribers, man. Just like TSTV, no question. Greedy, what up, baby? Shout out to Greedy, no question about that, man. Who else is here, man? TSTV, you already know TSTV. TSTV is like he's like my next door neighbor. John, what's the deal, baby? John, what's up? Shout out to John, man. No question about that. Shout out to John. Okay, anyway, guys, listen, man, let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here. Once again, I was just checking about some of the names and shit like that. But let me get out of here, guys. And once again, man, it's always good to see you guys coming and popping into the show. Seriously, this show will never be a show without you guys, man. And I say that all the time, man. No question. Don't let nobody else tell you any different. You heard? Seriously, all right? You people are the ones that make us. We don't make you. You make us, all right? So you already know, man. Once again, let me get out of here. I see you guys tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. I will definitely pop in. You know how it is, man. Sometimes, man, I like to take 2 or 3 days off, man, and just chill. You feeling me? So, and then again, you know, you're gonna see me coming and popping in for about 5 days, 6 days, or whatever the fuck. And then I'll take another 2 days. Come on. You already know what's up, man, with your boy K Solo. Anyway, once again, Willington, shout out to Willington, shout out to TSTV, shout out to all you, man. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys mañana. Definitely mañanita, you heard? Mañanita, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. This is your boy Big K Solo. Salute to all you guys out there once again. Love you guys, man. Peace. See you tomorrow. Let's get at it.
What's up, yo? This is K Solo, and this is Rikers Island Stories, aka the K Solo Show. What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is the #1 YouTube ghetto gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me, man. Motherfucking YouTube. Yo, my mouth is garbage. I just keep cursing and cursing. I gotta stop that. I love all these. You already know. This is the one and only K Solo. What's going on, people? Listen, I'm gonna go live. Hopefully you guys out there will come in and see what's up with Big Solo. I gotta talk to you, Papi. I'm gonna give you guys a story. So holla at your boy K Solo. Everybody out there, get ready for K Solo. You feeling me? Coming in stronger and better and wiser. Alright?